Hey everybody, Lance with the Pants here today with a new Let's Play, and you can obviously tell what it is by reading the title of the video, and we have this very, dapper, is that the word I'm looking for? Dapper is like a word for very famous, or very nice-looking gentleman here, but this is Pokemon Sword, obviously, so I will just starting out, Pokemon Sword's a very divisive game in the fandom. It's a game that I think has a lot of criticism, and it is deserved at a lot of points, and in this LP I'm going to definitely talk about that, but I'm also going to do my best to be fair, because while there are a lot of things to be critical about in Pokemon Sword, there are also a lot of good things. I'm going to show something positive here. This is actually my favorite, like, welcome to the world of Pokemon in every game they've done. Like, I know in every game they do, like, the Professor doing it, but today, in this game, we have this guy, who we'll find out later, just say his name's Chairman Rose, just go ahead with that, and he's pretty much presenting it to his stadium, and I love that. That's so cool. I don't know why, but I really like that a lot. But I don't know, I really love this version of the Welcome to the World of Pokemon. I love that's presented the stadium, I love that's like the actual like intro to the game. It's very nice and fancy. He's so dreamy, I'm joking. This is Leon, our champion of the generation. Make my monster grow! That is a big Charizard. Welcome to Pokemon Sword. I'm trying to play Animal Crossing! Go away! I didn't ask you to come in, Hop, if that is your real name. I do like that the game pretty much starts with you playing a Switch. I don't know why. I know every game kind of has you doing something akin to that, but I like that you're like a kid playing a Switch game on his Switch. Switchception. That's my explanation for it. I don't know. But this is Hop. We're going to get more into him here in a little bit, and here's our mom. I actually, if we're going based on the mom designs from Pokemon, Sword and Shields is one of the better ones, I think. That is really creepy to say, I know. But the best mom design is in Black and White 1. I will just say that now. The best mom. Well, see, Gold and Silver's mom is good too, because she'll spend, like, money on items for you, but she takes your money and can get things you may not want, and that's annoying. Because, well, we're in the region of Galar. This region's based off the United Kingdom, so of course Mom is Mum, which I do like. And here's our adventure guide, but I do like this little twist you can do here.
Work it, honey.
Like, I'm gonna give Pokemon Sword a lot of crap, but I am gonna be fair to it later on, but that is one of the best additions to the entire game, as weird as that sounds. I love that when you twirl, you'll do Leon's pose. It's so awesome. But like I brought up earlier, this is the Galar region. Galar is based off the United Kingdom, and a lot of areas, I think almost every area, in fact, is based off of a location. Really, I'd say in Europe, because I know that apparently there's a couple of cities later on that are based on like, some cities from Ireland. So that is cool, but I believe that most of these cities are based off the United Kingdom. I will, in the next episode, start talking more about the cities when we go through them, like what location they are based on. But for now, I just want to save to getting through the essentials, I guess, of what the game is going to be. And I do like these Pokemon. They're called Wooloo. They roll around. Like, they make a little ball, like Sonic style, when they go away, and it's really neat. But I do want to kind of dive in right now talking about this character. So I chose the male character. I'm actually not a big fan of the male character design. It's not even really... It's really his backpack and his pants that I don't like. And I know I'm being extra critical over something that's stupid, but I'm just not a fan of the male character design. I actually like the female character design, also known as Gloria. It's her, like, name, technically, but you can still pick whatever name you want it to be. Really, when you are first playing Pokemon for the first time, you will get to choose what your character looks like before you see the Rose do his, like, welcome to the world of Pokemon thing. So I just kind of skipped that for now because you kind of have to do a lot of load screens. And I'm going to be honest, I like just starting it off with the welcome to the world of Pokemon thing because it's more fancy and cinematic. So also, let me stress this here. When you're playing this game, make sure you make your text speed fast. I do this for every Pokemon game, but especially since I would say X and Y, you should always make your text speed fast because these games are really bad with the tutorials being slow. Sun and Moon are the prime example of this, because like their tutorials like 2 hours long. That's some Kingdom Hearts 2 level stuff right there. Sword and Shield, its tutorial isn't too long. Like, this first episode is basically the tutorial of everything. When comparing it to X and Y and Sun and Moon, that's pretty good, I will say. And it's something I wish, like, they kind of do in this game a little bit, but I really want them in the future games to let you just skip the tutorial. I don't like when they force you to watch a tutorial, because it gets old, especially in an RPG. It's a reason I haven't replayed Sun and Moon in a long time. Diving in first on my main criticisms with Pokemon Sword, I really think this series, after this game, or the DLC that comes out sometime this summer, they really need to get voice acting. It is kind of sad that this game came out in 2019, we're in 2020 currently, and this series hasn't had voice acting yet. There's a later part in the game I'm going to get to that will stress this point enough, but it doesn't have to be full-on, like, text voice acting. I can deal with that. I would prefer that, personally, but they should still... When it's, like, audience cheering, or, like, that intro when Rose is talking, they really need to have voice acting for that stuff. I don't understand why they don't do that. It's to save money, I'm assuming, you know, but still, it makes the game feel more special when they do it. A lot of these other big Nintendo series are doing it. Zelda... That's honestly a Pokemon I think should do it if they're gonna do it. Zelda has voice acting for certain cutscenes, but the rest of its text, it's just like grunts. You can do that with Pokemon and make it work, but they don't, and it bothers me greatly. But yeah, this is Leon. He's the champion of Galar Region, the strongest trainer in the Galar Region. He says the strongest trainer, so I don't know if he means like in the entire like series or just Galar alone. Because, and I will explain this. In the new anime series, there's an episode, I saw a clip of this, and it's pretty awesome, where Leon actually battles Lance, well, he's the champion in the Johto games. Technically, he's a member of the Elite Four in the other, the Kanto games. But he battles Lance and he beats him. And I know, like, the anime and the games really have nothing to do with one another, but still, I do wonder that, because he's the champion of Galar, or Galar, I don't know how you say it. How do you pronounce it? Put it in the comments, I guess. Gotta go fast! Gotta go faster! Faster, faster, faster! Groupkeeper playing those beats, I guess, I don't know. I like this little cutscene, I will say. These Pokemon are quirky, and I love them a lot. The Galar starters are my favorite starter Pokemon, I'd say, since... I'd say Gen 3, honestly. I really like them a lot. They're very cute. But it's time to pick our starter. And this is an essential point in your entire journey, because if you haven't, for the two people who have never played Pokemon before, you gotta pick your starter. This will set you on how the rest of your journey is gonna go. So right here we have Sobble. He's okay. He's a Pokemon. He's a water type. Instead of me just actually, I'd say, going through these very slowly, I'm actually just gonna go through a new thing for this LP. My own little Pokedex. So, yeah. It's a thing. So before, I really want to get into these Pokemon, how about we just delve into the starters right now? Let's start with Grookey, the Grass Chimp Pokemon. Grookey's a mischievous Pokemon that's full of boundless curiosity. The chimp loves to run around and just explore. His best stats are his physical attack and speed stats. When you're kind of thinking in-game wise, which starter you want to have, your best bet if you want pure attack is to go with Grookey, as it can deliver a lot of hard hits. Its sword Pokedex entry is when it uses its special stick to strike up a beat. The sound waves produced carry revitalizing energy to the plants and flowers in the area. Shield Pokedex entry is that it attacks a rapid beat of its stick. As it strikes with amazing speed, it gets more and more pumped. So think, basically, what if Donkey Konga was a Pokemon, and you have Grookey. Grookey evolves at level 16, and I can actually recommend Grookey if you want a decent Grass-type starter. Next up is Scorbunny, the Fire Rabbit Pokemon. Scorbunny is always running about bursting with energy. It's a very hyper-flaming rabbit. Scorbunny mostly relies on physical attacks and speed as its main stats. When it comes to your final evolution, Scorbunny is probably your best bet when it comes to fast fire attacks. So if you want something that can hit hard and fast, Scorbunny is your guy. I've actually used Scorbunny before, so I can definitely recommend it. Sword Pokedex entry. A warm-up of running around gets fire energy coursing through this Pokemon's body. Once that happens, it's ready to fight at full power. Shield Pokedex entry. It has special pads on the back of its feet and one on its nose. Once it's ready to fight, these pads radiate tremendous heat. It evolves at level 16. Finally, it's Sobble, the Water Lizard Pokemon. Sobble is a somewhat timid Pokemon that shoots out attacks as it hides itself in the water. Sobble is mostly used for its special attack and special defense stats. However, when it comes to its final evolution, Sobble is the mon for really good special attack. So if you want a Pokemon that can hit somewhat slower than Grookey and Scorbunny, but you want really good, hard-hitting water special attacks, then Sobble's the mon for you. Sword Pokedex entry. When scared, this Pokemon cries. Its tears pack the chemical punch of 100 onions, and attackers won't be able to resist weeping. That's probably my favorite of the starter Pokedex entries. Shield Pokedex entry. When it gets wet, its skin changes color, and this Pokemon becomes invisible, as if it were camouflaged. It evolves at level 16. Sobble's probably my least favorite, when I think about it. So yeah, I hope you like the addition of, the Lance Dex. That's what I'm gonna call it. But for starters, we're gonna go with Scorbunny, the fire type. I've used Scorbunny before in the past when playing this game, and I really love Scorbunny a lot. And normally I try to swap it up when I play him, but I like Scorbunny. He's probably my favorite starter Pokemon in a long time. So, yeah. He also gives you a fist bump! That's amazing! How can you not like Scorbunny? Nothing against Grookey or Sobble. I said Sobble's probably my least favorite, but I still like Sobble a lot. I like I love the starter Pokemon for Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield gets a lot of crap, and it's just... honestly, it's justifiably... is that the word I'm looking for? Deserved. But, justifiable, that's the word. It is justifiable to give Sword and Shield a lot of crap for some things they do, but one thing I will give Sword and Shield, its Pokemon designs are great. I'd honestly say it's probably some of the best designed Pokemon in a long time. And that's nothing against, previous generations. I actually like the Gen 5 Pokemon designs and Gen 7. Well, and Gen 6 as well, but I think Sword and Shield are some of the best designs they've had in a long time. But I do love Scorbunny a lot, and honestly, the reason I really like Scorbunny compared to, Grookey and Sobble is purely because of evolution lines, and we'll get to those, Hop there, when he's shaking those, meat sticks, has the exact same animation as Hal from Sun and Moon, by the way, and it really bothers me. One thing, I'm gonna dive more, and I promise I'm gonna get more fair to Sword and Shield. I'm not trying to just crap on them, these things I have to bring up. one thing that people got mad about with Sword and Shield is, obviously, as we're gonna see, and you probably do know, you're limited on the amount of Pokemon on the Pokedex. I believe it's up to about 493, I think. Or it's somewhere around the 400 mark on how many that are in the game. This is compared to what the game has now with, I think, 800 to 900 Pokemon all, like, created. That's a good chunk of Pokemon out of the game. My issue isn't more like, eventually I knew that was going to happen. You're going to have so many Pokemon you can't get them all in the game. My issue is that their excuse for this, or not excuse, but their reasoning, is probably the better word to use this, is that they said it's for better animations. When they reuse animations from previous games, it's kind of an issue. And we're having a battle with Hop, who is our rival for the game. Different thing about Hop I will bring up. Hop actually has 2 Pokemon starting out in the game, which is, I believe, different than, like, I think it's the first time for the generations ever. So Hop uses a Wooloo, starting off with Wooloo. Let's get into that. Wooloo, his only move is Tackle. Wooloo is a normal type. I will do a little Pokedex entry for it later on when we can actually catch a Wooloo, but for now we're going to give it a little bit. So, like every other Pokemon game, your rival will get to pick a starter. It's different than yours. I don't know where I was going with that. Hop is kind of dumb, like how? Because starting in Gen 7, the rival picks the Pokemon that is weaker to yours. With Hop, I don't mind it as much because he has a Wooloo, so it isn't that big of a deal to me. But if you pick Grookey, he will pick Sobble. His Sobble will use Pound and Growl. If you pick Scorbunny like I did, Grookey, his Pokemon, will have Scratch and Growl. And if you pick Sobble as your Pokemon, he'll have Scorbunny, which has Tackle and Growl. Going into Hop as a character, I'm not the biggest Hop fan, being honest. He really gets on my nerves, but towards the end of the game, he does get better. So we'll get into Hop as we get there. And we got a burn on him. If you play Pokemon, you kind of know, but I'll go for the few who don't. You can get stat damage. You can get effect damage on Pokemon. Like right here, I got burn. I've actually never got burn on the first battle before, like in ever. So it's pretty cool, I think, for me. And this fight's not hard. When you beat Wooloo, you're always guaranteed to get a level up. I have learned that from the videos I've seen in playing it. So, same with Grookey. And you're always guaranteed to get a type effective move on your side. So, like with Scorbunny, I got Ember. But diving back, like I said, I can't talk. Diving back into Hop. Hop is named after hops, which is a type of plant that's used for brewing beer, because this is based in the UK, and there's a lot of Scottish references in it as well. And his hairstyle's proof of this is it looks like a hop's bud. And this was brought up earlier, similar to How, sorry. How and Bianca, Hop will pick the starter that's weak to yours, so, yeah. I also love how Leon is like, I would thought about, you know, throwing my Charizard out there. Because Charizard would murder Scorbunny and Grookey. It wouldn't even be a fair fight. And yes, Leon uses a Charizard because he's a Gen 1er. Which is, it's funny, I think. I mean, listen. I give Charizard a lot of crap. And I don't hate Charizard. It's just that Blastoise is better in every way. And if you disagree, you can fight me IRL. So, yeah. I didn't bring it up earlier, and I probably should have. I am gonna, if you have a nickname you would like to give for Scorbunny, let me know. You can either post as a comment on this video, or I'll put a thing up on Twitter, and you can just reply to that, and I'll make sure to link it or something. Because, I don't know, that's a fun thing. I like when YouTubers are like, hey, name my Pokemon. Normally when I play Pokemon, I don't really nickname them, but for YouTube's sake, I'll do it. I will say, so this is the slumbering... I don't know if it's called Wild or Wild? Wild? I don't know. My accent's coming out. But I like this area a lot. And here's Squovit. I will do a bio on Squovit next episode, when we can actually catch one. Squovit's a squirrel. And I actually like squirrels. He's a really big bushy tail, and he's got really chunky cheeks. Squovit's kind of cute. I wouldn't ever use one, but it's cute. It's basically your Rattata of this generation. Like, every Pokemon has, like, a normal thing you can stick with. There's always going to be, like, a Pikachu clone. I don't say clone, but like a Pikachu variant. You're going to have the starters, obviously. You're going to have your own new normal-type Rattata Pokemon that you never actually want to use. You're going to have the bird, and, yeah, it's just a Pokemon thing. On first playthroughs, this is just me, I always use the bird. Every time. I don't know why, I just do. Because some gens actually have, like, really good bird Pokemon. Speaking of bird Pokemon, here we go. This is Rookidee. We'll do the bio next episode. I like Rookidee a lot, though. Its evolution is amazing, so, yeah. If you're kind of worried about, like, which starter you want to use, because, like, if you want to do, like, Gen 1, for example, or Gen 2, for this example's obvious, usually the starter you pick decides, like, the difficulty of the game. Sword and Shield, you don't have that problem because it's a really easy game. Sword and Shield, I like it, but there's, like, one hard fight, I'd argue, in the game. And I should argue this is Pokemon's, it's baby's first RPG, I know, but I've played all these games anyway, so I know, like, tricks to beating this stuff. But even then, Sword and Shield's very easy, especially when you get to the gimmick of this game. It's very simple. Like I said, I'm not trying to just crap on Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield has a lot of good things going for it. Like I said, I love the Pokemon designs a lot. I actually really like the character designs as well. There's a lot of cool looking characters. But it's just, I don't know. I will say, I like this music. This music's good. Sword and Shield actually has a pretty decent soundtrack. It's not one of my favorites, but when I first listened to it, I wasn't crazy about it, but I've really warmed up to it here lately. Hi there. I see you got some Pokemons. Lord! That's what he says. I don't know what that cry is supposed to be, but yeah. Question marks! Oh my god, it's Missing No! I wish. Missing No as a legendary would be awesome. I actually hope one day if they ever make a new type. Like, I saw a video today and I didn't watch it. It was a thumbnail and it said digital type. And if they do that, Missing No has to become a Pokemon. It'd be cool. Missing No would have been perfect. I'm off topic, I know. Would have been perfect as an Ultra Beast. I'm just saying. But this is the triple question mark. It's like Triple H, but it's triple question mark. You can't do anything to him. It has no effect. He'll just shoot fog out. You can't win this fight, but it's cool. I actually like this little fight. It's really... I'm normally against when you do these fights where nothing can happen. Like, you can't win no matter what. But I like this one, because it's... Oh, it's different, I guess. I like fighting the legendary at the beginning of the game. I just like that trope when you set something up like that and you get to fight. You get to see, like, that milestone. You have to reach it later in the game. I love that a lot. Hop, we only have one eye open. Did you lose your eye? But yeah, that was a pretty mysterious Pokemon. Totally not something we're gonna see later in the game, I'm sure. I like Leon's cape. I wish I could get his cape. Something I really like about Leon, I like that, because he's the champion, and this game is very, like, sports-heavy, I like that he has sponsors on the back of his cape. It's really cool. Charizard looks like he wants to eat that Wooloo. Like, he looks like he has little Charizard hands. He's gonna grab Wooloo and just fly. He'll either, like, take it in the air and seismic toss it, or he's gonna, like, roast it alive with a flamethrower and eat it. I don't know. I like it, though. I like Wooloo. Wooloo's actually pretty cute. Never used one, but it's cute. God, I hate that backpack, though. I really don't like the male trainer's backpack. It bothers me. But yeah, we'll be exploring more on what that mysterious Pokemon is next time on Pokemon Sword as we go throughout more of this region and even meet our new professor. So join me next time. Have a good day, everybody.